Economic development and material comforts could drive away one's lamentation for family, society, nation, or international inabilities, then Arjuna would have not said that even an unrivaled kingdom on earth or supremacy like that of the demigods in the heavenly planets would be unable to drive away his lamentations. He sought therefore refuge in Krishna consciousness. That is the right path for peace and harmony. Economic development or supremacy over the world can be finished at any moment by the cataclysms of material nature. We have experience of that. Flood, natural disasters, all those things going on lately. We had so much going on in KZN. Some friend of mine phoned me from Joburg and said, "You're doing some wrong puja." Why KZN is getting it like this? You must do some puja. I said, okay, thank you. Economic development or supremacy over the world can be finished at any moment by natural nature. Elevation into higher planetary situation, as men are now seeking on the moon planet. So they leave one planet, they go to the moon planet. What are you going to do in a moon planet? What do you do if you go to a moon planet? You have to open a shopping center, get the taxis, put the robots, set the roads up. Same thing. But maybe it'll be done, as Prabhupada says, in polished style. To go there everywhere. What you going to do? Go anywhere, what do you do? Just like previously, if this tract of land, nothing was. And it came here, then what they did? They made a road, they put a building, they put the water, people, cars, and bus. Everywhere you find it's empty, next to you go, you see water. And of course, everywhere, Prabhupada says they will have to build a prison, because there's always some living entities or somebody that won't follow. They want to go there. In the same way, I was having a discussion the other day with some devotees about where the material world is. Where the material world is. You know, there's one devotee who wrote a philosophical thesis. So he was saying that Prabhupada wasn't, I guess he didn't understand what Prabhupada was saying. So one devotee brought this book. It's called Not a Leaf on Vaikuntha. Very deep philosophical book. So, you know, he was making all these points. So where the material world is? So they're having this discussion. Ask them, where's Westworld Prison? Because material world is the fort of Durga Devi. She runs it. With all her weapons, and she keeps everybody intact. So where's the material world? If you look at the Srimad Bhagavatam cover, it's there. Prabhupada says, in a corner of the spiritual sky is the material world. So we are in the spiritual sky, but we're just like I was telling this devotee, we were going back and forth. I said, where's the prison? It's not in Phoenix. It's in Westville. Right? Just that those people, all of them are in Westville. But they are surrounded in the prison by a different set of rules. And the other people there, you got pavilion, they're going shopping, having this, that, and the other, movies, eating, dancing, driving around. But everyone's in Westville. So in the same way, we are right now in a spiritual sky, but in a corner, the material world is manifested. So we're always there. So it was very simple and straightforward. That's the way I understand it, and that's the way I see Prabhupada. Some people were getting into a heavy discussion about it. But if you read Bhagavad Gita, keep on reading. Prabhupada, there's one devotee told Prabhupada one time, but you won't be here with us. How are we going to get the questions out? He said the answers are in the books. You don't have a question for which there's no answer. You don't have even a question for which there's no answer. Okay? So it goes on. Okay? Elevation to the higher seeking on the moon planet, Prabhupada says, can also be finished at one stroke. Shri Prahlad Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki. Curtain will open at 12:30. I was talking. to Artemitic Pustam. Okay. You remember, was it somewhere around 86, 87? NASA sent one spacecraft and that thing blew up. You remember? You can Google it. Huh? You remember?
The teacher was in it.
Sorry?
A teacher was in it.
Okay. Yeah. So all these attempts are there. Okay. So why want to go everywhere? Why are we moving everywhere? Move from this planet, this side, that side, everywhere. We need to go to it. We want to find a destination. Where's that destination? It is there in the Bhagavad Gita. It is described in the 16th chapter. What's that verse? Yeah. That the direction of the Shastra. Yashastra vidim utstrijya bhartate kamakarata na siddhim avapnoti na sukam na param gatim. He who doesn't take the direction of the Shastra Vidhi, the direction of the map to the supreme destination, na sukam, he'll never be happy. Na sukam, he'll never be happy. It's like if you're driving around, you don't know where you're driving. That GPS is going off, going around and round, it doesn't have a destination. You finish all your petrol, you get stuck, and you know what's going on. So Yashastra vidim utstija varchate kamakarata nasasidim avapnoti na sukam na param gatim. He doesn't have sukam, happiness, na param gatim. The param gati, the supreme destination, he doesn't attain. Okay, without the Shastra Vidhi. The Vidhi are the rules, regulations, and the directions of the Shastra. Shastra means scripture. So you take that word Shastra, it also has the word Astra in it, weapon, sharp weapon to cut through the dense forest of delusion and ignorance that the living entity is covered up with. You find there, Arjuna made a point, I cannot find any to drive away. My senses are drying up. The senses are actually spiritual. Originally they meant to be engaged in the service of Krishna, Rishikesha. Now the senses are covered by the material body like that. So it's drying up. Can't find any way to do it. So the Bhagavad Gita confirms this. Shinya punya martalokam vishanti. That's the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. That